Hello everyone, welcome to another video of TT Passion. My name is Vincent, and today in this video I'm going to unbox one of my new racket that I just purchased from tabletennis11.com. So this website is amazing because it allows you to buy table tennis equipment from Europe. I myself is from Singapore, but some of the items are pretty hard to get here in Singapore as well, so I actually looked for this equipment that I wanted to set up from tabletennis11.com, and they also provide assembly service, which is free, which you can just add on to the racket and the rubbers that you purchase, and they typically ship out the item quite fast. In my case, from Europe to Singapore, it takes about 3 to 5 business days, and they actually use DHL International Express Delivery. So I actually got mine in about 3 days. So in this video, I'm going to unbox the item and share with you my experience of buying from tabletennis11.com. So let's take a look at the parcel. So I actually bought the Stiga clipper, but in the form of Cybershape, and it's an interesting combination that I set up as compared to all the previous setup that I have previously. So in most of my videos, you actually see that I'm using a racket with both rubbers for forehand and backhand. Both sides are actually pimples inside rubbers, which is what we usually call the smooth rubber. So in this setup that I have gotten from tabletennis11.com is actually a forehand Hurricane 3 and a backhand long pimple, okay, which is from Tiba, the grass D.tecs. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the parcel over here from tabletennis11.com. So from the parcel itself, I can feel that there is actually air bubbles inside to protect the parcel, the item. So let's open up the parcel and see how is it actually wrapped up over here. Okay, so I've cut open the opening from the envelope here that they have actually used. So the envelope itself actually has bubble wrap inside, so it actually helps to protect the item that you purchase. And as you can see over here, this is the box of the racket, and also they actually included this styrofoam padding, okay, which helps in protecting the racket. So that's really good. So hopefully my item is still safe when it travels all the way from Europe to Singapore. So let's remove the item inside. Maybe I start with the rubbers first, okay? So I have actually requested them to assemble the rubber for me, and there is actually a note that says for racket assembly, you are expected to wait additional 1 more business day. And for myself, it actually arrived to me quite fast. I think in 3 business days, even with the racket assembly. So I have gotten the DHS Hurricane Blue Sponge, Hurricane 3 Blue Sponge National version, and this is the new one. And I also have the backhand Tiba Grass D.tecs, okay, which is green color. The one I have here comes with the glue sheet, and it is the one that is OX, which means without sponge. Okay, so I have the 2 rubbers packaging here as a proof to tell me that these are the rubbers that I purchased and that is actually pasted onto the racket for me. So now let's take a look at the racket. Ta-da! So this is the box. Okay, so the box itself, I would say is just a typical standard Stiga box, but of course with their new signature logo over here, which is the Cybershape logo. And it's just a black color box without much description. There's a label that says at the top over here that says Stiga Clipper Cybershape. Okay, Stiga Clipper Cybershape, and it's the master handle. Okay, so for Stiga, when they call it master handle, it actually means FL handle in terms of the more familiar brands that we actually hear a lot, which is Butterfly. They actually use FL handle. For Stiga, they use master. Okay, so this is the racket box. So let me take a look at my new racket. Okay, so now I've opened it up. Okay, so here is the Cybershape clipper, okay, with DHS Hurricane 3 National Blue Sponge new in the front. Okay, so of course they left the authentication sticker over here, which if you want to, you can actually scratch it off and actually check the authenticity of the rubber. But of course, if you plan to do that, my advice is remove the protective film first, because if you were to use a coin or something to scratch off, you might actually damage your rubber. Okay, so that's up to you. So for me, I'm okay without scratching it because I trust the product from tabletennis11.com. Okay, so let's take out the blade and have a look. Okay, so forehand DHS Hurricane 3 National, and the backhand is the Tiba Grass D.tecs, which is acid green in color. Okay, very striking green color. If you are still wondering, hey, is this color rubber allowed based on ITTF regulation? Yes, it is allowed. It is legal to be used in official competition or tournaments. Okay, but the criteria that you need to have is to ensure your opposite side is actually black in color. So as long as you have one side black, you can use any of the other approved colors by ITTF for the other side of your racket. Okay, so for me, I have chosen DHS Hurricane 3 Neo for forehand, and my backhand is the acid green Tiba Grass D.tecs. Okay, so this is the OX version, so you can see that there isn't any sponge over here. It's very thin layer of just the long pimple rubber with the glue sheet and being stick onto the racket. So this is also one of Stiga's most well sold rackets in terms of the original Stiga Clipper. But now with Cybershape gaining a little bit more popularity, they actually start to use the Cybershape on other series of their racket. So the one I've gotten here is the Stiga Clipper Cybershape. Okay, so for Table Tennis 11, they also included a side tape over here that says Table Tennis 11. Okay, so it's just a simple side tape that's being stick at the side. So from what I can see in terms of the workmanship, the cutting of the rubber is very good. Okay, it's very nicely cut. Okay, Cybershape, although with many ages, I think that the tabletennis11.com staff actually still did a good job in cutting the shape very nicely. Okay, similarly for the long pimple as well, very nicely cut. The shape is perfect. Let me take a look in terms of the quality of the racket. Okay, any damage? Okay, so far in terms of the handle, from where I can see that it's not being protected by the side tape, it's still in very good condition. So I'm very happy with the effort made to package the racket and the rubbers before they actually ship it out. So it's very important when we buy items online, we hope that this item actually arrive to us in a safe condition. So over here, besides the bubble wrap envelope that they use, they also included the styrofoam padding that you saw earlier. So that's fantastic. So this is the racket I have from Table Tennis 11, one of my latest purchase. The good thing about Table Tennis 11 is that when you buy in bulk, the more you spend, there's bulk discount, so you actually get to save. So it's great if you have a bunch of friends and you guys actually put your orders together and place order at one go, so you actually save a lot. And there are also weekly special, there are also different promotions there. Once in a while I actually do check to see if there's any promotion that I find that is worthwhile. Being in Singapore, we also have the we are also lucky enough to have the option of having Taobao, which actually allows us to purchase from China. So I actually did a comparison how much I can get this in China versus on Table Tennis 11. So the thing is that for this particular setup that I got, actually costs roughly the same as what I can get on Taobao, and this is only because of the promotion. So I think if you are in an Asian country like me in Singapore, we have access to Taobao. Generally, most of the time Taobao is more affordable. But the thing is, we also have trust issues sometimes with the shops in China, especially if you were to buy from a wrong shop in the Taobao, you might actually end up buying something fake. But Table Tennis 11, from my experience, their products are all genuine, and I have no issue just buying from them directly if the price is roughly the same as what I can get from other channels. So this is what I have from tabletennis11.com. a very simple unboxing video just to show you my experience of buying from table-tennis11.com. And now, in case you are interested to know how heavy this racket actually weighs, I believe that if you really want to have a really customized racket in terms of the weight, you can actually write in to request from table-tennis11.com. But in my case, I didn't do that, so I'm not very sure how heavy this racket weighs. But in terms of the full setup, I'm curious how it weighs right now. So I'm going to do a simple test just to see how heavy is this racket, and at the same time I can share with you in case you are interested to find out. So just let me place it on the way I have. Okay, so it's really light. This setup is only 150 grams compared to most of the times when I'm using both rubbers, smooth rubber on both sides of the racket. It typically weighs me about 182 grams or so. So this is only 150 grams, definitely very light, but that's normal because one side is pimple. Okay, even though the surface area is slightly larger than a round shaped racket, it's still very light. 150 grams, you basically don't feel much on your hand. But that's one of the things about long pimple rackets, is light. Okay, so I can't wait to try this out this weekend with my friends, and I will actually share with you more about my reviews of this racket in my next video. Thank you very much for watching this video once again. If you like what you have seen today, do remember to hit the like, share and subscribe button for more awesome table tennis video content. Thank you and see you in my next video. Bye bye.